If I had one thing to say to you, I would say this: stay on track. How many people have ridden BART? Yes, I think all of us probably here have had at least one or two, if some of us probably more, rides on BART. When you get your ticket on BART, you can get on and you can intend to get off at Fruitvale. But sometimes we'll get listening to our music, we'll be talking, we'll be figuring out what's going on, and we will miss our stop. Anybody ever missed your stop on BART? That's what we call a distraction. While you are on this college track, I want you to be aware of distractions. These 4 years in high school have prepared you now to actually get on college track. I know many of you think that you've been on the track already, but actually these 4 years have just given you your ticket. Now as you are about to get on the college train, there will be distractions. When you get to college, let me tell you, there is going to be fun. There are parties, there are get-togethers, there are social gatherings, there are clubs, there are all these different things that can easily get your attention. I am not telling you when you go to college not to enjoy yourself. But what I am suggesting is don't let the music get you distracted from where you're going. I know, look, I'm like you all. Look, I like to dance, you know. I know all about, you know, G5 boys and their dance, and I know some of us like to do the Halle Berry and all of that. But you can get a degree in Lil Wayne, but let me tell you that's not going to pay the bills. You got to get your college degree, and I guarantee you that degree will provide from you for generation to generation to generation. Don't let the music distract you from the things that are actually going to take you where you need to go. Another distraction that I have found while I was in school, it's very easy to get to college and lose your sense of responsibility. Because there are so many things that you can do and you lose your focus. But I encourage you, don't lose your focus. Remember the reason why you are there. It is to get your education. I remember I went to USC. I started back in '96. And I remember there were moments once I got to college and I got there on campus. One of the distractions I had to fight on going, quite honestly, was myself. Self-doubt. There were times I sat in my dorm room and I didn't think I was good enough. Didn't think I could handle it. Didn't think that I had the intelligence to really be able to complete it. I'm here to tell you that those are just distractions. Now, if you get distracted, the danger with distractions is that you can get so distracted on BART that you lose your way on how to get back to where you were headed in the first place. And some of us might be tempted to stop. While you're on this college track, there are things that might make you think it's okay to stop. Money. How many have already started figuring out how they're going to pay for these next 4 years? And let me tell you, when you look at the loans and you look at what you can do, I know it's so easy, especially in this economy, to say, well, I just can't afford it. Let me tell you this. Don't ever let money be the reason why you don't pursue your education. It's true. There are people out here who want to help you do what you're doing. Don't ever say, well, I don't have it. Call up every person you know. Tell them to call every person they know. I tell you that if you need the money, there are organizations, there are people, there are donors that will make sure you get what you need. One other area that might make you stop. Family. Not everything is peaceful. Not everything is the way we would like it. I remember growing up in a home where my father died of a heart attack at the age of 36. I was 8 years old when he died. There were times when I was there, I felt like, well, maybe I shouldn't be here. Maybe I should be home providing for my mother. I was, in my immediate family, the first person to actually complete a college degree. But there were times when I said, well, maybe my responsibility is back home. But what I realize is that I'm in a much better position to help my family now that I've completed my degree than if I had stopped going to school and tried to help them. I have more resources, I have more intelligence, I have a stronger network, so now my family can benefit from my education. I encourage you, don't stop. Stay on track. Now, the question is, though, what is your destination? I can't determine that for you. Your parents can't determine that for you. You, once you get on that track, have to determine where it is you are headed. Don't let our destination of greatness be so fixated on what we see externally. Oh, it's got to be the house. I've got to have the bling. I've got to have the chrome. I've got to have the rims. I've got to have the look. Don't get me wrong. All those things are fine, all right? I sit on a low chrome too. It's okay, all right? But it's not at the expense of my education. It's not at the expense of taking care of my responsibilities. You want to know true greatness? True greatness comes in service. Service to yourself. Service to others. Service to your community. You don't believe me? Martin Luther King, he said, even if they ask you to sweep the streets, you sweep the streets just like Michelangelo painted, because in service there is greatness. I encourage you to never give up serving. We live in a world where it's all about me. You know, where's my iPhone? Where's my iPod? Where's my money? Let me tell you this. If you live for yourself, I guarantee you there will be an emptiness in you. You got to live for more than just you. Because let me tell you, where you're headed and your destination, there are far more people that will benefit than you might realize. I know that we celebrated in November that President Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama are in office. That's a celebration, right? I'm here to tell you that while we love them and we want them to do as great as they can only serve for 8 years. What are you doing about finding their replacement? In this room right here, graduates, there is the next President Barack Obama. There is the next First Lady Michelle Obama. And you have to start thinking like there is right now. Graduates, I want you to do something for me. Have the hand of the graduate next to you. Doesn't matter, both hands. I want you to reach out and grab their hands. Now, as you are holding the hand of the graduate next to you, I want you to stand. Yeah, just stand up. All right. Now see, what happened is that when you are holding on to the person next to you and you stand, you can't help but bring the next person up. I want you to remember this, that as you are pursuing and staying on track, keep holding on to your friends. Keep holding on to your family, because the more you rise, the higher they rise. I want you to remember this feeling. While you're holding on to the passenger next to you, you're not alone. You're going to get to school. There's going to come a moment where you're going to want to stop. You're going to want to get off the track because you feel like you're going through it all by yourself. But I want you to remember this moment. As you are standing here, a passenger getting ready to take the challenge and the ride of college, you are not alone. And your help and support is just within an arm's reach. Just like college track helped you get you through 4 years of high school, there are people waiting at your university to help get you through 4 years of college. 2009 college track graduates, you have your ticket to ride. I'm so proud of you. I encourage you, stay on track. And even if you might get derailed, if you want it bad enough, you'd be surprised at how easy it is to get yourself right back where you belong, right on track to the destination that you deserve. I am proud of you, I applaud your achievement, and I encourage you to keep doing what you're doing.